this is gonna seem simple. In theory, it's very easy. Of course, we'll have to, it intensifies as guys have longer legs. They have different skills once we get out. But in general, when I get the top leg, which is actually my hip, the body triangle, the reason why it's so horrible is because his shin goes directly across my hip line. So it holds my hips perfectly square. And then this leg locks everything in, so we're stuck. We've got a bar across our hip. And wherever I go, he goes, okay? But to get out of that, the only thing I need to do is bring my hip past this heel, which now, this is gonna look easier than what it is. But this is it. Here's what it, you got it tight, buddy? Yeah, he's got it pretty, that's a tight body lock. So when you guys kick this leg back and get this hip past the heel, that's it, you're out. Look, Marshall's got big legs, he can hold me as tight as he wants, but you're out. Because now the angle of his shin is not directly across my hip anymore. Once your hip beats this heel, it's beat the heel. The angle is not the same. My hips are no longer the same as his shin. My hips are open. And you guys are gonna be able to turn and start to escape normally, okay? I can now get out a normal back control escape. Although, yeah, there's a lot of follow-ups and his legs are really tight. So now we have to move to get our back on the mat. You can use your feet and then we get the ankle. And then we start looking to get out normal back control. Now you have a longer leg guy and he can hook this leg. Like it's not always, now you're like this. Ugh, okay? And of course we always hear, okay, put the body lock on the bottom side. We'll show you guys that too, because we can foot lock him, but not on a guy this long with legs and it's very hard. But anyway, meanwhile, we're always defending our neck as well. So sometimes you get this, like his leg is so long and he's extending that it's really difficult. Okay? It's hard to get past there. You're like, oh, I can't get my heel back there. I'm getting squeezed. So then what you guys have to do is just bring your leg up a little, and then this knee comes in front of this knee and then moves underneath. And then once again, you've accomplished the task of getting your hip past this heel, and you're out. Okay? It doesn't mean you're out of danger. It just means you're out of that particular situation, and now you can start to adjust and move yourself in and defend your neck. But you'll get out. So one more time. So again, long legs can be a big problem. So I prefer to move my leg up, especially if he's tracking your legs, because now his leg is a little higher. There's this gap. When you bring your leg forward, he'll lose that gap, because otherwise he's going to sacrifice the lock of the body, right? This knee then comes down and in front and then stays along the floor. So there's not much more for him to go. He can try to go chase it, but it's hard, right? It's hard for him to get that foot to the mat. And then it comes back underneath, and then as soon as it's past, we start squaring up and we turn to face the ceiling and we're out again. Okay, guys? When the body triangle is on the floor side, because it's like, you know, everybody's like, you could foot lock people, right? And you can, okay? So say the body lock, yeah, I managed to get his body lock on the floor side. We could potentially foot lock him, okay? But it doesn't work on everybody, okay? And it's not gonna be always the same, especially if he's extending this leg, and now I'm trying to bring my leg back to foot lock him while he's extending it. His leg's gonna be a little stronger than mine, most likely, especially if he's got long legs. So no problem. Again, the same rule applies. Take this leg, get it back past the hip, and then we're turning and we're out, okay? It's a little different because he's on the ground, so the ground holds his foot to where it is, but we're out. It's not hard, okay? In theory, it's not a difficult escape, guys. It's an easy escape, okay? But now that doesn't, like I said, doesn't mean you're out of danger, but you're out of the body lock control, and then you can move on. And he's, of course, if he's got good back control, he's not gonna be stopping there. He's gonna be switching it and going over your arms and all kinds of stuff. But that will get you guys out of the body lock. That's essentially the most basic escape that we have, and it works like a charm, okay? You have to do some pummeling, of course, and sometimes it can be a pill, but you will get out, okay? Sometimes you're gonna have to use, sometimes like you can get real creative. If the guy's extending this leg, like sometimes you can use this foot to take it off and then come under and make sure that the other foot holds. You can get really creative, but you don't necessarily need it. Just remember the principle is to get that hip past the heel by kicking that leg back and you're out. And then it's normal back control.